Welcome back into the channel, my friends. It's your boy Steve from Straight Fire Picks. You guys ready to make some money in the NBA on this final regular season NBA day? We got your best bets for the NBA here for you today on Sunday, April 13th, 2025. NBA player props, spreads, totals, predictions, as always. 3 picks in the video, guys. Let's get after it. Get this sweep today.
Well, my presence isn't real. It's another bad one like this is scale. It's straight fire. All my bets straight from. You're in the house that cat made now. Straight fire.
As always, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button for me. Always appreciate that. We are on the road to 9,000 subscribers. Just 20 subscribers away, guys. Let's try to knock out that goal today. That would be amazing. If you're a returning viewer, also make sure you hit that like button for me as well. Really does help us out. Share the video with your friends, guys. Show the love. We love to see it. That would be cool. I'd appreciate you guys. But let's do a recap from our last NBA video, guys, which was on Friday because we had an off day in the NBA on Saturday. No NBA games on Saturday. But from Friday, we ended up going 3-1, plus 1.79 units. We love to see it. Another great day in the NBA for us. I believe that's our 5th or 6th straight winning day in the NBA, which we love to see. But absolutely cooking, guys. We had Zach LaVine over 22.5 points. For a 3rd straight time, he comes through for us. His volume in minutes remained as expected. Got up plenty of shots and obviously plenty of minutes. So we love to see it. Not an easy cash because it didn't look great heading into the 4th quarter, but he got there. And he ended up clearing with some style. So we like to see it. Then we also cashed the Miami Heat minus 14.5 spread versus the Pelicans. I'm sure you guys are like, Steve, this is a crazy spread to take. It's a big spread. Well, they ended up cashing it about as easily as he possibly could. They won that game by almost 50 points versus the Pelicans, which we love to see it, guys. Right on cue. Then we had our added Straight Fire MVP exclusive play of the day, Gorgeous Niang over 14.5 PRAs. He cashes that easily with 19. Our only lonely miss of the day was Michael Porter Jr. over 18.5 points or 19.5 points. Jamal Murray gets upgraded from doubtful and ends up playing. Definitely unfortunate there, but in either case, I'm not sure we would have cashed anyway, just because it looked like it was Aaron Gordon's game for the taking. And guys like Christian Braun and Porter Jr., I thought would have great games, ended up going under. I believe both of them went under. So, obviously unfortunate, kept us from a sweep, but that's okay. Still gained almost 2 units that day. Still ended up being a good day. Let's close out the regular season in style. Guys, we've had a great NBA season here at the channel. Absolutely fantastic NBA season. Let's keep that rolling. Let's close out the regular season in style. Let's head into the playoffs with that momentum. We'll have the play-in tournament obviously coming up here, and super excited about that. But let's get after it, guys. Big day here in the NBA. A lot of games on, a lot of games that don't mean anything. Keep that in mind, which is why I'm pretty limited today to just 3 picks. Because there just isn't a lot of games that mean anything. But we're going to work with what we got. We got 3 picks I really like today in the video. One quick thing before I get into the picks. Check out all of our links down below. Anything you guys need here at the channel. Merchandise, membership, and what was the last name? Social media. All those links down below in the pinned comment and description. Specifically, I want to touch on the membership though. With membership, you get access to all these picks and plays early. You also get access to our Straight Fire MVP pick of the day, which we typically do every day. Now, today we may or may not do an MVP pick today, just because I have some schedule conflicts and stuff like that. And also, it's just a weird day in the NBA. And might have one for baseball. We'll see. Don't count on it today, though. Typically, every day we'll have one, but maybe possibly not today. But without further ado, enough on that. Let's get right into our picks for today, guys. At number 1, we're going with Jimmy Butler, under 5.5 assists here for the Golden State Warriors, plus 106 odds on FanDuel. I had a little flashback there when he played with the Heat. I even typed it in my notes as the Miami Heat. Gosh, Jimmy Butler, what are you doing to me today? Oh, absolutely wild. Okay. Butler, guys, under in 7 of his last 10 games, so obviously like seeing that. 2 of his last 3 at home he's gone under, so pretty solid. Now, typically, lately at home outside of that, he's been pretty good. But here in this particular matchup with the Clippers, I see him going under. So obviously, heading into this game, this is really the marquee game of the day on the NBA schedule. If you guys look up and down the games, this is the one with the most meaning. So this is projected to obviously have very much a playoff feel, very much a physical, tough game. And I think baskets are just going to be very tough to come by. So if he's going to get 6 assists, it's going to be 6 tough assists if he ends up going over. I don't think there's going to be anything coming easy today. I think everything's going to be tough, and I think there's a great chance this hits the under today. Clippers allowing the 8th fewest assists over the last 10 games, the 7th fewest assists to forwards over the last 15 games. So, really, like I said, defensively, the Clippers have been very, very good. Last 15 games, we got the Clippers first in defensive rating. So, guys, this team has been so good defensively. It's just hard to imagine that Butler gets a lot of clean assist opportunities. And with Curry and all them in the lineup, I just don't. I see a lot of guys that can get assists in this lineup. As far as with Draymond Green, Curry, Butler now, doesn't have to be the guy with the ball in his hands. We were playing Butler's assist line at 7.5 on the over. Recently, we did take that play and we cashed. That was with Curry out of the lineup. So with Curry in there now, obviously, at point guard, and then with Draymond Green as well, I just don't think Butler goes over today versus a Clippers team that's very good defensively. In a game where I just don't see there being a ton of assists at all. Just as far as, I think you'll see a lot of isolation. You'll see a lot of guys, going one-on-one trying to score because nothing's just going to be open on kicks. I think you'll see very sound fundamental defense in this one from both sides. This is going to be a low-scoring game. Honestly, this is a game where I consider the under on the game total, just because I see this being a defensive match. I see these guys getting after it today. It's a huge game in the NBA standings in the Western Conference. So, absolutely love it, guys. I think this is going to be a fun one to watch. If you guys have some time today, definitely take some time and watch this one. This is going to be the game of the day in the NBA today. So, like I said, very much a Game 7 feel. Butler's been going under of late. Tough matchup. Let's cash it, guys. Love it there for our number 1 pick. Going Jimmy Butler under 5.5 assists here for the Golden State Warriors, plus 106 odds on FanDuel. Okay, and at number 2, we're going Denver Nuggets, minus 9.5 spread here versus the Houston Rockets, minus 108 odds on DraftKings. Now, I'll be honest, guys, when I started typing up my notes for this one, I started taking a look last night. I was typing this at minus 8 with odds on, I forget what the odds were on, but the spread was minus 8 last night. So overnight, when I woke up this morning, I had these pre-put in my notepad. I had to update this to 9.5. But I do like that it's moving in that direction. This happened with the Miami Heat the other day, too. The spread opened up at 12.5. I ended up putting it out at 14.5. I typed my notes starting at 12.5, moved to 14.5, and then won by 50. So, do I think the Nuggets win by 50 today versus the Rockets? No. I don't think they win by 50, but I think they definitely win by 10 plus. I think in this spot, the Rockets have nothing to play for. There's a good chance they rest a lot of bodies today. No one technically listed on their injury report as of yet, but there's a good chance either one or two things happens. Either they rest their starters or they play their starters very, very limited minutes. I think either of those possibilities are possible. They're not going to obviously overextend their players in a game that means nothing to them. There's no reason to do that. So for the Nuggets, this game still means everything in the Western Conference. This is a huge game for the Denver Nuggets to maintain their position in the Western Conference. And they've looked better of late. I would have a problem backing the Nuggets, especially, obviously Mike Malone got fired. But they've looked pretty good in those 2 games since he got fired. It was a win there over the Kings and a win last game versus the Grizzlies. 2 quality opponents. So I like seeing that. Really, obviously, when they're healthy, the Nuggets are a pretty experienced, pretty talented squad with Jokic, Murray, Porter Jr., Gordon, Braun. I can go up and down the line, even Westbrook. They have a lot of talent on this team. So I think this vet lineup now has seemed to loosen up a little bit. Maybe a lot of these guys like the fact that Malone is gone. That the fact that he's not there to yell at them. Obviously, he's a pretty tough coach on the players. If you guys have listened to the media over the last few days, he wasn't exactly a player's coach. So maybe this team has loosened up a little bit, and they're going to be able to have a much better performance here going forward and into the playoffs. So last 2 games seen the Nuggets 8th in offensive rating, 18th in defensive rating. That's actually an improvement defensively. Been a bit better here defensively, which is big. Last 2 games for the Rockets where they've kind of been just waiting for the season to end. They're 21st in offensive rating, 29th in defensive rating. That's obviously not the Rockets team that we know, but I think that's the Rockets team that you're going to get today. You're going to get a team that's got nothing to play for. And they're going to have a lot of backups out there. And I think the Nuggets will be able to take advantage of that and obviously win this game and cover this spread. Like I said, strong chance they rest a lot of their starters today. I see this Nuggets team, in either case, whatever happens, I see them taking care of business today, and a must-win for them on the road versus Houston. So, love it there, guys. For number 2 pick, we got Denver Nuggets minus 9.5 spread here versus the Houston Rockets minus 108 odds on DraftKings. Okay, and finally at number 3, you guys know where we're going. They decided not to move this line, which is disrespectful. We're going Zach LaVine over 22.5 points. Minus 114 odds here on FanDuel, risking a unit. Now, I'll be honest. I kind of know why they didn't move this line. If you guys know how Zach LaVine scores a lot of his points, it makes a lot of sense why they didn't move his line. You could look at this and you could say this might be a trap spot. Just because if the Kings blow the Suns out, which the spread is set to 15.5, probably going to limit his fourth quarter minutes where he's been scoring most of his points. He's been scoring a lot of points in the fourth quarter of late. But this is such a good matchup that I think he'll actually have a shot to get this done in the third quarter this time. It's not like he can't score in the third quarter. He had a lot of points in the third quarter versus Detroit. I believe he hit the over in the third quarter versus Detroit. So we can still get this done early. And to be honest with you, when the Kings win by 15 plus, he's 4 of 6 to this line when the Kings win by 15 plus, landing on 22 points in both misses. So he's been right there in all 6 games they've won by 15 plus. That's why I'm not so worried about it, but I know why they didn't move the line. I'm pretty sure that's why they didn't move the line here. But obviously this game still means a lot for the Kings. They want to be at home versus the Mavericks, which would be big for them. So obviously they need to win this game to take care of that. And like I said, with Zach LaVine, this dude's been playing 40-plus minutes in every game over the last 4 games, averaging over 22 field goal attempts per game. Volume alone, we talked about it versus the Clippers. It was a bad matchup for LaVine. We took his over because of his volume and minutes, and he cashed. He ended up coming through because when you have that type of volume and minutes, it's a great setup regardless of the matchup. It really is. Sometimes the matchup don't matter. But the Suns are allowing the 14th most points to shooting guards over the last 15 games, so it's a pretty decent matchup for him. It's definitely not bad. He is 0 for 1 versus the Suns this season with a log of 21 points. But I think, like I said, in this spot, I think he's going to be able to have his way versus the Suns defense and be able to get this done. And hopefully, I hope the Suns can be competitive today because I'd love to still see them obviously playing in the fourth quarter if need be. But definitely like to see the Suns show up for this one, at least offensively, and at least keep this game competitive. But like I said, spread is set to 15.5. Don't expect it to be. This definitely could be a blowout in favor of the Kings. I actually initially was thinking about the Kings spread, but I'm like, it's a little bit too big, I think, for a Kings team. And the Suns did recently beat the Kings. Now, that was with Kevin Durant, but it's not like the Suns haven't been able to play with the Kings. They are coming off a win, over the Spurs, so it's not like the Suns are rolling in here with horrible momentum. They're definitely they're coming off a 19-point win over the Spurs. So can they keep it competitive? I sure hope so. But they don't necessarily need to. I think LaVine can still get there either way. And we're going to back our LaVine for a 4th straight time, guys. We're going for the 4-peat on Zach LaVine. We've cashed 3 straight times to him. Why not make it 4? He wants to make us happy. So, love it there for number 3 pick, guys. We got Zach LaVine over 22.5 points. Here for the Sacramento Kings, we're going minus 114 odds on FanDuel. All right, guys, that will do it for our picks. If you enjoyed the content, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for me. You guys really are the best. I appreciate all of your guys' support as always. Let's have a big day in the NBA. Check out our channel membership if you guys are interested. You get access to all of our picks and plays early. All these picks and plays were actually this morning were posted by 5 a.m. Eastern time. It's not always that way, but it's definitely a few hours in advance of the video. You definitely get the first access there. And you also get access to our MVP picks as well, MVP picks of the day. Sometimes I put out 2 of those, one for baseball, one for NBA. Likely today I may not have any because it is Sunday and my schedule's pretty wackadoodle on Sunday as far as how the day goes. So if I'm a little slow in the comment section, I do apologize. But my Sundays end up getting a little full. But for good stuff. But I appreciate you guys. I really do. You guys are the best. It's been a great NBA season. Let's get ready for the playoffs. I'm excited about the playoffs as well. We're going to keep making money. and we're going to be pushing towards that 100-unit mark. So let's get after it. Let's have a big day in baseball. Our baseball best bets video is also live, so make sure you guys check that out. Outside of that, that will do it for me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll catch you next time. Peace out.